Hello and welcome to our presentation on Ascending Harvest. You know, we live in a world of tremendous abundance. Every weekend I go and do the grocery shopping for my family, and I am amazed at the tremendous selection of fruits and vegetables and other processed food that's available to us. But the same is not true around the world. In fact, much of the world lives in extreme poverty. Nearly 1 billion people suffer from malnutrition. And there's a lot of reasons for it, including famine and drought and wars and other civil unrest, but mostly it's a side effect of poverty. The tremendous challenge in this is childhood malnutrition. Did you know that malnutrition is linked to nearly half of all childhood deaths? That's over 3 million children that die each year under the age of 5 because they simply don't get enough food to eat. Nutrition in the first 1,000 days of life, from conception to 2 years old, is incredibly important. Proper nutrition enables healthy growth and cognitive development, stronger immune systems and better educational performance, and a greater lifetime earning potential. Without proper nutrition, a child has very little chance at any of these. But the world is coming to the rescue. The United Nations set a goal in 2015 of ending world hunger by 2030. In 2009, there was $40 billion of food aid given to Africa, $20 billion of which was from the United States. Hundreds of non-government organizations are working with government agencies to deliver food to those who need it the most. World Vision, for example, has $1 billion a year in operating revenue. $300 million from the United States government and $700 million from donations. Mercy Corp has a $464 million operating budget, $286 million from the United States government and $140 million from donations. The way the world is coming to the aid of people today is through a rescue process that takes donations and government aid, gives it to non-government organizations, who then purchase products from commercial farms and food processors and do what they can to enable greater productivity from family farms so that they can get the food to the families in need. Today, there are 815 million chronically undernourished people in the world. So what's happening today just simply isn't enough. Let me take a minute and introduce Shane McKenna. Shane is an amazing person, an inventor, an artist, an engineer. He's invented 15 patentable technologies in 2018 so far. He was raised on a farm and a ranch in Wyoming, and he just loves the land and loves the idea of growing food. When he coupled his genius in mechanical engineering with that, it allowed him to create human-powered hydroponics. My name is Paul Hoyt. I'm the CEO and co-founder. I've had a long time in business, and I've been working with business owners for the last 17 years. I've worked with hundreds of them. It's my passion to work with people like Shane and help them take their ideas and turn them into profitable businesses. Shane has invented an enhanced process for helping people around the world. What he recognized was that there was a missing component to the process of feeding people who are hungry, and that is the family garden. But there are a lot of challenges when it comes to enabling people to have their own gardens. Many families don't have access to electricity or good water, so that makes the gardening practices common here in the United States almost impossible for them. And systems requiring electricity are often stolen before they reach their destination or soon thereafter. So high-tech systems are just simply not practical because of the lack of experience with those systems and the lack of available resources. What was needed was a practical solution so that anyone could use it to grow their own food. So Shane invented human-powered hydroponic gardens. They're very inexpensive, easy to use, and long-lasting. In the picture, you'll see an example of one of our prototypes growing a tomato plant. It looks like a couple of white buckets, but what's inside there is some pretty incredible science. On the right, you'll see the actual picture from our patent applications. Our human-powered hydroponic systems use 95% less water than traditional gardening and much less than any other hydroponic system. They're very inexpensive, small, lightweight, and portable. They use locally available nutrients and they don't require any electricity. These systems are easy to assemble and operate, and they can produce a wide variety of crops to optimize nutritional diversity. There's some pretty incredible science built into these systems. In the bottom container, there's an oxygenation chamber, an anaerobic chamber, a pump, an air battery, and a biodigestion system. And we anticipate 6 utility patents on the science that's in this bottom container alone. But the real gift here is the intelligent grow media that's in the top container. It is a soil replacement system that's very inexpensive, long-lasting, and extremely lightweight. It has superior wicking action, which allows plants to find their optimal level of moisture. I don't know if you've ever stuck a paper towel in a drop of water on a kitchen counter or not, and watched the water being sucked up into the paper towel. Well, that's what intelligent grow media does. It moves the water through material science to the roots of the plants. This increases plant density because you can grow plants with different water requirements right next to each other. It also eliminates the need for a continuous supply of water and enables periodic dosing, so you don't have to continually water the system or even water the system every day. And no electricity is required to get water to the roots of the plants. There are a lot of trade secret opportunities with intelligent grow media, but bottom line is Shane has found a way for material science to replace mechanical science. With our human-powered hydroponic systems, the people who use them only take 3 simple steps to grow their food. Twice a day, they pump the air into the system. Every few days, they add a little water. And every few days, they add a little compostable material so plants can get the nutrients from local available organic materials. Our human-powered hydroponic systems allow anyone anywhere to grow their own food. We deliver meals at half the cost of other systems. The World Food Program today says that the cost of delivering a ration or a meal is around 31 cents. We believe that over time our systems will deliver a meal for 15 cents or maybe even far less than that. With our systems, you significantly prolong the growing season because we don't have to worry about drought or rainy season. We can grow crops off-season as well, which allows people to have year-round harvests. Our systems are very long-lasting. Buried in the ground, they should last 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. And it's far more empowering for a family to grow their own food than it is to stand in the food line with a handout. Just imagine, if you will, that there's a community of 150 or 200 families. Each one of these families has 4 or 5 of these human-powered hydroponic gardens. They're growing their own food. They're sharing their food with each other. Their community is incredibly empowered, is uplifted out of poverty by our human-powered hydroponics. Our next steps are to manufacture 200 systems and get them in the hands of potential distribution partners. We want to build our training and train the trainer programs and refine our designs. We want to go to Washington, D.C. several times to apply for our own grants and to build relationships with distribution partners and NGOs. And we want to get to mass manufacturing as soon as possible. So far, we have bootstrapped the development of these systems. We've raised $12,000 with an Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign. We're seeking to establish a $100,000 line of credit, and we're looking for up to $400,000 in founder investment capital. One of the keys here is that our founders have to share our passion for helping people around the world. Our goal is to deliver 100,000 systems a month within 3 years. That will give us about $25 to $30 million in annual revenue. Our target is a 10% after-tax profit margin, and we expect to have a $10 to $15 million valuation when we hit that level. But on the horizon, beyond that, are residential systems, large-scale commercial indoor farms, rooftop gardens, office gardens, skyrise gardens. In fact, it's gardens anywhere. One of the real beauties of intelligent grow media is that it dramatically reduces the water requirements and the weight of any gardening system, which allows us to put gardens in places where they were never practical before. If you play with us now, if you join us now, you'll get the first crack at those next businesses. Thank you for listening to this presentation on Ascending Harvest. We look forward to hearing from you.